Welcome to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. This is your go-to source for practical advice and support while you go through the divorce process. Join us each weekday for a quick chat where we'll cover a variety of topics such as child custody, property division, and self-care. Together, we'll explore emotional, financial, and legal aspects of divorce and help you find the best path forward for you and your family. Here's your host and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst Professional, Mike Fulkerson.
Hi, and welcome back to Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. I'm your host, Mike Fulkerson, Financial Advisor and Certified Divorce Financial Analyst Professional. Now, today we're going to tackle a financial question that often pops up during divorce, and that is, who's going to pay for the divorce attorney? So buckle up, because the answer, like most things in divorce, can be complex. Now, the general rule is really that each spouse pays their own. And in most cases, the legal principle of each party bears their own cost applies. This means that, you got to be responsible for paying your own lawyer fees through the divorce process. So being that, you're going to make sure you don't drag this thing out, probably because it's going to cost you a lot of money as well. Now, there are exceptions to the rule as far as who pays for the attorney. And one spouse might be ordered to pay for the other spouse's legal fees, or at least a portion of them. You could have like a disparity in income. So if there's a significant financial disparity between the spouses, the judge might order the higher earning spouse to contribute to the other's legal fees to ensure a more level playing field. Now, financial misconduct as well. So if one spouse has hidden assets or engaged in financial misconduct during the marriage, the other spouse might be awarded reimbursements for some or all of their legal fees. If you happen to have a prenuptial agreement, it could specify how legal fees will be handled during a divorce. So make sure you and your lawyer review this clause very carefully. Sometimes legal fees get factored into negotiations for spousal support. For example, if one spouse needs financial assistance after the divorce, the other spouse might agree to contribute towards legal fees as part of a larger settlement. So now let's get into deciding who pays. Ultimately, really the decision of who pays for the attorney rests with the judge. And the factors they're going to consider start with, the financial resources of each spouse. Their ability to pay their own legal fees is really a key consideration. There's also the complexity of the case. So more complex divorces involving significant assets or child custody battles can really be more expensive, influencing the decision. And then there's the conduct of each spouse. If one spouse has been unreasonable or obstructive throughout the process, they might be ordered to contribute to the other's legal fees. Divorce, as we know, can be quite expensive, and legal fees are really a significant chunk of that cost. So let's look at some tips here for planning for legal expenses. And that is, one, get estimates up front. Talk to lawyers about their fees and ask for estimates based on the anticipated complexity of your case. Explore payment options. Some lawyers offer payment plans or reduced fees for certain situations. And then there's mediation. If your divorce is amicable, consider mediation as a potentially less expensive alternative to a full-blown court battle. Yeah, remember, as I say in many, many videos, communication is key. Open communication with your spouse, even during this challenging time, can help manage financial expectations regarding legal fees. I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Breaking Ties, Destination Divorce. Should you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or reach out to me if they're more personal in nature. Divorce is not the end of your story. It is the start of your next great chapter.